Good afternoon. It's beginning of October 2020. Still all the shit going on. We got the election going on. I'm feeling better. It's whoever, these guys that know that I was in the hospital, I'm getting my strength back, gaining weight. Uh, I love life. And that's all I can say about that. Today I want to talk about one of the black rockers that he was influenced by Prince as much as he was Led Zeppelin. He loved John Lennon and the Beatles as much as he loved Curtis Mayfield. And he loved Funkadelic as much as he loved, Jimi Hendrix. So I'm going to talk about this guy. His name Mr. Lenny Kravitz. First album came out in 1989. And I got to wear my glasses because I'm doing all CDs right now. 1989's Let Love Rule. Can you see that? Is it flaring off the reflection of the Let Love Rule, 1989, Let Love Rule. Man, Sitting on Top of the World is a hell of a song to lead the album out. It started off Let Love Rule, My Precious Love, Freedom Train, I Built This Garden for Us. Then he got some songs he wrote with Lisa Bonet as well. Fear and what is the other one? Rosemary. She wrote the lyrics on here. And 1989's Let Love Rule. Yes, Let Love Rule. See that? He broke up with her. He was a rock star, so he started sleeping with groupies and he lost his wife. I'm sure that was messed him up, but he's since recovered since then. But this is what the second album is about. Mama Said. 1991's Mama Said. And Always on the Run, Feel the Joy, Stand by My Woman, It Ain't Over Till It's Over. He wrote that about Lisa Bonet for sure. It ain't over till it's over, but it was over, but he just didn't know it. And anyway, he was married to her, so this is a great album. The difference is why, and I was big time into Lenny Kravitz when he first, still am, but this was like my Bible when this came out, this album here. This one and Let Love Rule. And I remember waiting on the third. We wouldn't, this is before Are You Gonna Go My Way even came out. And then that album came out next. This is his second album, 1991's Mama Said. Always on the Run with Slash on lead guitar from Guns N' Roses, who I was never a fan of. Guns N' Roses. That's a whole nother story. But anyway. The third album he came out with. 1993's Are You Gonna Go My Way? Look at that. That's the back cover. Look at him. Hippie on the back. Are You Gonna Go My Way? Believe. Come On and Love Me. Man. My Love. Sugar, too, is the hell of a song. Anybody, everybody pull this album out that got it and listen to the song Sugar. This is a combination of Prince, Curtis Mayfield, and John Lennon all together in one song as far as his vocal phrasing. Instrumentation is only shit that Lenny could do. And this is a great, amazing album still to this day. Still one of his best albums. If people rank his albums, top 5, this is definitely going to be in the top 5. Or, top 3, this is definitely going to be in the top 3. But this 1993 is I Gonna Go My Way. And this made him famous, too. He opened for Tom Petty in 89. Tom Petty opened up his doors and let him open for him in 89. Which was fine, which was really cool. The next album, one of my favorites, his fourth album, 1995's Circus. Lenny Kravitz, Circus. You know anything about that? Can't Get You Off My Mind is my favorite song on this album, man. And as far as the hard rock and stuff, the song Circus is awesome. Rock and Roll is Dead. Beyond the Seventh Star. Beyond the Seventh Sky. Yeah, this was a great record, man. Resurrection, the last song on the album, and his drumming. The thing is, he played drums on his albums too, and he had Cindy Blackman was the drummer live, but as far as on the studio, it's Lenny Kravitz. That John Bonham, straight pounding. You know, he got some Ringo style on there too. But this is a 1995's fourth album by Lenny Kravitz, baby. Circus. He was, by that time, man, I had, I watched a video from the Circus tour about a week ago. Got me thinking about him. And he got a book out now called That Love Rule, talking about his early years. So this is why I'm doing a Lenny Kravitz episode as well, too. You got a lot of black rockers out there that all like, punk and stuff like that. And this is okay, but I'm more of a blues rocker. And, Lenny Kravitz is more my style as far as soul rock that he does. And he's a hell of a musician and hell of a songwriter. He writes hooks, and he got Craig Ross playing guitar on some of the songs on the album as well. But Lenny is a multi-instrumentalist, which is amazing, which is what I'm doing as far as recording here on my own. It's hard sometimes, but you just got to get used to it. The fifth album came out, baby. Who know about the fifth album? What comes out after that? Number 5, 1998's 5, with the big hit "Fly Away" on it, and the song he wrote about his mother thinking of you, and "Oh, I Belong to You" too is a hell of a song. This is a great album too. This one, "Are You Going My Way," is like his top 2 biggest selling records, I believe, and it's his biggest with all his hits on it, and they just flow. These albums flow like the '70s albums, and that's why I like Lenny Kravitz. He got that vibe from the '70s. Like I said, combination of Zeppelin and Curtis Mayfield, Prince, the Beatles, and all that. He has that combination going, and he combines all the greatest albums. And and also this is when he covered the Guess Who's "American Woman," which I really don't like his version of "American Woman." I mean, that might sound sacrilegious to some of you, but the original "American Woman" cannot be beat. That's a hell of a song. And thank you, Lenny, for knocking it out and doing it, but I don't need to hear it. I mean, it sounds good, but it's not, my bag, And every time I've seen him twice in concert, each time I've seen him, he played like a 20-minute version of it, and it was just wearing me out. But I love the Guess Who, and I love that Lenny Kravitz, a brother, knows who the Guess Who is, and he covered "An American Woman." But anyway, 1998's fifth album, 5. 2001's Lenny, 6th album, Lenny. I guess he decided to change his name. He got cut CC to cut his dreads by then, got the fro. I did the same thing too, cut my dreads. But what's on this album? I got some notes written down here. "A Million Miles," "Dig In," and "Still Us Apart." It's a great record. And out of all of his albums, this is one of the ones to me that was underrated when it came out. And people was comparing it to 5, and "I'm Gonna Go My Way," but I like this record. And it's his guitar playing is fine, his songwriting is still fine, and 2001's Lenny. You got the boots on, Lenny, back. But the album that surprised me next was, I was going through a lot of stuff in 2004, and I moved to Virginia in 2004. I remember working I was a truck driver at that time. Driving bread from scratch is the name of the place I was working at. I was driving a delivery truck. I used to drive 18-wheelers, but I let that go and was driving, delivery trucks, stuff like that. I used to work with a company, Bread from Scratch, and this album came out. 2004's his 7th album, Baptism. The song "Where Are You Running" is a hell of a song. The Minister of Rock and Roll. I Don't Want to Be a Star. This is a great album, man. 2004's, it's his 7th album, Baptism. Look at that cover. You got the flying V on the cover. It's a cool cover, pretty cool. But I love this album when it came out too. Still listen to it on a regular basis. But anyway, Lenny Kravitz. What can you can't do nothing, Brothers, he gave Brothers, him and Living Color, were 2 of the coolest black rockers. Of course, we got many other black rockers before these people. They want to talk, black people, they want to attack you and Talk about Funkadelic, which is fine and all that, and we had Hendrix before that and all that stuff. But I'm talking about Lenny Kravitz right now. He kept the banner going, and he was a hell of a musician. He's a hell of a musician, and he keeps it going. He keeps it going. He keep the battle going. He's out there on the street every day for us, out there fighting and touring around the world and letting you know that brothers can rock too. Let's see what came after that. The 8th album. Oh, is it time for a revolution? Is it time? It is time for a revolution. With of course he cut his hair off on that. He had a perm on the cover of this one here. But anyway, he cut it and got it more kinky on this. And what is the song on here that's my favorite on here? Oh, Dancing Till Dawn is definitely my favorite song on here. Definitely a great song. I'll Be Waiting is a great song. Back in Vietnam. He played all this stuff live, man. It's a great album. I said Lenny Kravitz is a hell of an artist, man, and he's definitely one of my heroes. Definitely. The 9th album, Black and White America. That last album was 2008. This album is 2011, Black and White America. And, man, Liquid Jesus and Looking Back on Love is my two favorite songs on this album. Of course, Black and White America itself is a great song. The lyrics and everything that he wrote on here, wrote, and he's a hell of a musician, man. This is a great album. Next album, we got Kind of Funky. The 10th album, 2014's Strut. We got Frankenstein on it, The Pleasure and the Pain, the song Strut, The Chamber, the song Sex, and very funky. And I've been following Lenny since he begun, and I love his progression of albums, and I can hear differences in different songs and his new albums and new stuff, and I listen to him and I put him on. He has a cover of Ooh Baby Baby by Smokey Robinson, of course, is the last song on this album. I mean, be careful when you're covering Smokey, but he did a good job. He did a good job. One of my favorite songs of all time, Ooh Baby Baby by Smokey Robinson. And it takes a lot of balls to do it, but he did a good job with it. His last album that he done, 2018's Raised Vibration. Man, what's on here? Low. The song Raised Vibration. Raised Vibration. We can all get it all together. Let's see, what is it? Gold Dust. I like this record. I haven't really listened to it as much as I have the other ones. It's still new. I'm actually popping in today after I listen to after I finish doing this episode. I'm gonna listen to this album. But it's called Raised Vibration. This is the last album he done. And, he grew his dreads back, got the hippie look going again that he always had. And he's a hell of a musician. Like I said, I've seen him twice. I saw him I haven't seen him in a long time. Last time I saw him in 93, and I saw him in 96. And when he came out with the 5 album, and I've seen videos and look at all the footage of him, and he's a hell of a musician. He's definitely a hero of mine. And, he's doing good. Black rockers. You know about Lenny Kravitz? Keep it up, man. Lenny Kravitz is the man. Even people that like R&B shit like Lenny Kravitz because he got some R&B songs on his albums and with a little power behind them. Not whining like some of the R&B singers. Do. And the music is guitar, bass, drums, piano, organ. And drums. He is still jamming back there, man. Anyway, that was about Lenny Kravitz. Keep it rocking. Curtis Davis Conversations in C minor. Rock on, Lenny. Rock on, man. Keep it going.